Good news and bad news. Let's start with the good. We'll feed you the dessert before we give you the vegetables. A prankster whose content revolves around terrorizing and harassing strangers in public is facing jail time in France. The bad news. It's only 6 months. His name is Elon Magnaron, or online known as Amine Mojito, or Amin Mojito, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. But his pranks were some of the classics that I'm sure we all grew up with and still giggle at, like we're getting tickled in our tummy. Like going to random strangers in public and jabbing them with an empty syringe and then running away, leaving them with the trauma that they may have just now been injected with either a drug or some kind of disease. Get pranked, nerd, right?
Mais nous avait menti. Hein. Oh, ça va pas?
This is his peanut butter and jelly prank right here, the feel-good one. He's done this a lot from what I can tell. I've seen tons of clips and videos of him just going up to people with that syringe and just, giving them the old stab on the street there, leaving them to just panic, wondering if their life is now just drastically changed from some fucking unhinged lunatic now. Now, from what I can tell, the syringe is capped. So he's not actually, penetrating the skin or anything with it. But the victims don't know that. All they feel is that hit against their skin, and then this guy with a syringe. Obviously, you are now going to start worrying in a big way.
Mais, depuis le mois d'octobre, le chien, casse-toi.
Ah! What are you doing?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
Apparently these videos had caused a huge stir in the country, and the Paris criminal court handed him a 12-month prison sentence with 6 to be served behind bars in the slammer, and the remainder suspended over charges linked to harassment, threats, and prior offenses. Yeah, so I don't think 6 months is nearly long enough for something like this. This is unbelievably degenerate. This is just downright evil. Imagine, you're just hanging out in public, sitting on a bench, maybe on a phone call, waiting for the bus, whatever, and then some fucking douchebag here, who himself has been injected with cringe clearly, comes up and hits you with a syringe, leaving you to wonder, what was that even about? And then, let's say he does try and clarify, oh, it's just a prank, it's just a prank. Well, how do you trust that? How do you know it's just a prank? You have no way of fucking knowing if he is now just lying, and he really did just inject you with something, a drug, a disease, whatever. That's extremely scary. If that shit happened to me, I would be living at a doctor's office for a year. I'd be like a lab rat being tested every single day just to try and ensure for my own mental well-being that I didn't just get injected with the fucking T-virus or something from this guy. And I just don't think the courts went hard enough on him. They argued that his actions amounted to harassment, even describing him as a public menace. He also apparently already had a history of legal trouble, including prior accusations of assault and harassment. No! I'll eat my left shoe. I can't believe it. I haven't been this surprised since I learned Batman was Bruce Wayne. You're telling me the guy who thinks it's okay to walk around and stab people with a syringe on the street is someone who also has already had run-ins with previous accusations of assault and harassment? That doesn't make any sense. This guy, the prankster, the jokester, the turbo prank guy? No, that can't be. But at the end of the day, maybe this is all just a big misunderstanding, because according to him, the videos were just meant to entertain and make people laugh, which is so clear because everyone was having a big hoot and a holler after thinking they just got stabbed with a syringe in public. Everyone was giggling. He admitted in court, though, that he now regrets the content and underestimated the fear it caused. Victims testified to feeling genuine panic at the thought of being attacked with a needle, especially in an era where health concerns remain high. At the bar, he acknowledged that he himself would have feared if someone approached him with a syringe. I also find the audience for this kind of content, the fucking goobers who laugh at it, encourage it, and just find entertainment in it, are almost as pathetic as the pranksters themselves. Like, I truly think this kind of content could be like a clinical diagnostic tool for mental disorders, because if you like this kind of shit, there's something wrong with your brain. Like, you are actually just a full-blown fucking loser. Legal experts say the ruling highlights growing concerns over the limits of online prank culture and the responsibilities influencers must bear when creating viral content. Mojido's case has reignited debate in France about where free expression ends and public safety begins. How is there even a debate there? How, in any way, shape, or form, does this fall under free expression? He is going around harassing and assaulting people, making them believe that they have just been injected by a mysterious substance in a syringe from some fucking weirdo. In what way is that free expression? Are you allowed to just go up to someone in France and just punch them in the face? Or what about just some fucking whack job on the subway jerking off and, like, ejaculating onto a stranger? Is that free expression too? Like, this isn't a free expression argument. Even though he didn't actually have the syringe filled with a disease or a drug or anything and wasn't, like, actually penetrating the skin or anything, it doesn't matter. The threat of it was still there, and he still did enact it on strangers. So, what if it was a gun? What if he had a gun, was pointing it in people's faces, saying, "I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you"? It's just a prank, it's just a prank. Is that free expression as well? I just don't know how this can even be like an argument that's being had in France. Maybe it's just a prank, bro, is like an actual really sound strategy, which apparently employs free expression into it in some way. If you just say it's just a prank, bro, you get off very light with anything, maybe, which is crazy to me. Like I said, I don't think 6 months is nearly enough for this. And from what I was reading, apparently there's even been, like, scares in France at, like, festivals where people were, like, worried or had expressed run-ins where someone was, like, injecting people, like, with needles, apparently with, like, drugs or something. I don't know if that was ever confirmed or not, but, like, that fear is already there. So this kind of prank preys on that, making it even worse. So it's just so fucking degenerate. I'm glad he's at least going to jail for a little bit, but it's not enough to teach him a lesson or anything like that. Like, I am pretty confident when he gets out, he's gonna go right back to this shit. He's hopping right back on the saddle. This isn't even like a deterrent to other pranksters or anything, because 6 months isn't like a long period of time there. They might deem all the internet attention worth it, because they'll get out and still have that audience that they built up from this trash. So again, while I am happy he is getting some time in the slammer, because even that seems pretty rare, even for the most diabolical of pranks, I just think it needs to be taken more seriously in order to prevent more of this kind of behavior in the future. So anyway, that's really about it. Just more dog shit prankster activity out there. See ya.